Queen and Duke of Cambridge lead tributes to Princess Margaret's former husband Lord Snowdon at a service of thanksgiving. The Queen and the Duke of Edinburgh remembered the life of Lord Snowdon, the celebrity photographer and former husband of Princess Margaret, at a service of thanksgiving today. Members of the royal family including the Duke of Cambridge joined friends and leading figures from the fashion industry to celebrate his life and work at St Margaret's Church, Westminster Abbey, in central London. Lord Snowdon, born Anthony Armstrong Jones, died peacefully at home in January aged 86, and his children David Armstrong Jones and Lady Sarah Chatto joined mourners at the service this morning. Wearing a vibrant purple coat with black velvet trim, the monarch managed a smile as she left the church following the service just before midday before stopping to greet Lord Snowdon's granddaughter Lady Margarita Armstrong Jones, 14. Her Majesty, who will turn 91 later this month, has previously worn the coat at a service to celebrate 60 years of the Duke of Edinburgh's award in November 2016. More than 600 people attended today's service, which was led by the Very Reverend Dr. John Hall, Dean of Westminster, on Friday morning. Early arrivals included the Queen's nephew Viscount David Linley, playwright Tom Stoppard, Vogue editor Alexandra Schumann and presenter Stephen Fry. Sir Peter Blake and Lord George Carey, the former Archbishop of Canterbury, were also in attendance at the Friday morning service. The Eton-educated photographer took portraits of some of the most famous faces of the 20th century, from Diana, Princess of Wales, to Jack Nicholson and Elizabeth Taylor, in a career that lasted more than 6 decades. But it was his marriage to the Queen's sister Princess Margaret in 1960, a union that ended in divorce 18 years later, for which he is remembered. The couple had 2 children, David, now the 2nd Earl of Snowdon, and Lady Sarah Chatto, before they divorced in 1978. That year he married Lucy Lindsay Hogg, but, after having a daughter, she left him weeks before Country Life journalist Melanie Cable Alexander bore him a son, and they divorced in September 2000. Lord Snowdon began his career in 1952 as a society photographer for Tatler magazine, and his skill at taking portraits saw him commissioned to capture the official images of the Queen and Duke of Edinburgh for their 1957 tour of Canada. He met Margaret through his work, and their marriage in 1960 heralded the start of a decade that would be dubbed the swinging 60s and sweep away stuffy social conventions. It is said Lord Snowdon remained close to the monarchy, and is the only photographer to have had sittings with the Queen throughout her long reign. He was a keen designer, creating the plans for London Zoo's aviary, built in 1965 and now Grade 2 listed, and was responsible for the design of the Prince of Wales' 1969 investiture ceremony at Caernarfon Castle. He also championed the cause of disabled people, creating a mobilized platform to give them greater mobility and sitting on a number of bodies and organizations. Lord Snowdon was frail in his later years, using a wheelchair or sticks because of a recurrence of his childhood polio, and he retired from the House of Lords in March 2016.